There's a strange thing that happens when life finally quiets down. The noise fades. The chaos stops. And instead of peace, you feel uneasy. You wait for the other shoe to drop. You start scanning for danger, inventing problems that don't exist, picking at calm like it's a trap. Because somewhere deep inside, stability doesn't feel safe. It feels unnatural. You might tell yourself you just like excitement, or that peace is boring. But the truth runs deeper. For many people, calm feels threatening because your nervous system was trained to expect chaos. Your body learned long ago that stillness wasn't safety. It was the moment before the storm. Maybe you grew up in a house where peace never lasted, where laughter could turn to shouting without warning, where your body stayed alert, even in quiet rooms. So now, as an adult, when things finally go right, you feel tension instead of rest. Psychologists call this hypervigilant conditioning, the body's learned addiction to unpredictability. It's why comfort feels suspicious, why kindness feels too easy, why calm feels like the setup to loss. But let me ask you something. What if your fear of calm isn't really about boredom? What if it's about trust? What if part of you still believes that peace isn't real unless you have to fight for it? Because sometimes the hardest thing is not surviving chaos. It's learning to stop preparing for it. You didn't wake up afraid of calm. You were taught to be. Calm was never safe in your story. It was the quiet before slammed doors, the pause between tempers, the moment your body learned that stillness was danger in disguise. So now, when life finally slows down, your mind doesn't relax. It scans. It looks for the next problem to solve, the next conflict to prevent, the next reason you shouldn't exhale. That's what trauma does. It teaches your nervous system to live in anticipatory mode, always one step ahead of disaster. And even when the disaster never comes, your body keeps rehearsing for it. You think something's wrong. It's too quiet. You mistake calm for carelessness, peace for vulnerability, and comfort for danger. You start to recreate the tension you're used to, overthinking, overworking, overanalyzing. Because deep down, chaos feels familiar, and the body will always choose the familiar over the unknown, even when the unknown is peace. Have you ever noticed how you start arguments when things are good? How you sabotage stillness with busyness? How happiness makes you anxious instead of grateful? That's not failure, it's memory. It's your survival system whispering, don't get too comfortable. But here's the truth your body hasn't learned yet. Peace doesn't always break. Calm doesn't always hide danger. Sometimes quiet is just quiet. And your job now isn't to chase stability. It's to teach your nervous system that it's safe to stay there. The body keeps score in silence. Even when your mind says, I'm fine now, your nervous system remembers every time calm turned into chaos. It remembers the footsteps that meant trouble, the good day that didn't last, the laughter that always came right before the shouting. So now, when life finally feels gentle, your body doesn't know how to trust it. It braces for the crash. It tenses in the stillness. Because somewhere deep inside, you learned safety is temporary. Calm is a trick. Psychologists call this trauma-conditioned vigilance, a nervous system wired for threat even when there is none. And here's what makes it tricky. The body confuses familiarity with safety. So chaos, as painful as it is, feels like home. And calm feels foreign, almost frightening. That's why you sometimes create storms in peace. You replay old worries. You look for signs that something's wrong. You overthink every text, every pause, every quiet moment. Because your body has learned that certainty comes through control, and control means predicting pain before it arrives. But what if peace doesn't need control? What if it just needs permission? Have you ever noticed that when life feels steady, your mind gets louder? That's not intuition, it's withdrawal. You're detoxing from chaos. The quiet feels uncomfortable because your body hasn't yet realized that peace isn't the prelude to loss. It's the absence of it. You don't need to earn calm through chaos anymore. You're allowed to feel safe without first surviving something. When you've lived your whole life in motion, stillness feels like exposure. You don't know what to do with your hands, your thoughts, your heart that no longer needs to run. So you create movement, not because you crave chaos, but because chaos feels like proof that you're still alive. Busyness becomes a kind of anesthesia. Stress feels like purpose. Calm feels like emptiness. You might say, I just like to stay busy. But look closer. That busyness is often a shield. It keeps you from sitting with what still hurts. Because calm doesn't just bring peace, it brings awareness. And awareness brings all the things you pushed down when survival was your only job. Psychologists call this post-traumatic stillness anxiety, the unease that surfaces when the body finally has time to feel. When your nervous system is no longer defending you, your emotions start knocking on the door you once locked tight. That's why the quiet feels loud. It's not danger, it's backlog. It's all the unprocessed sadness, fear, and fatigue you never had time to feel before. Have you ever noticed that peace makes you restless? That stability feels too still, too slow? That's not boredom. That's your body remembering what it's like to not be in crisis, and not yet knowing how to rest there. You're not broken for feeling uncomfortable and calm. You're just adjusting to life without alarms. And that takes practice, to sit in peace long enough for your body to finally believe it's real. Healing your relationship with calm isn't about forcing yourself to relax. It's about teaching your body that stillness doesn't mean danger. That quiet doesn't mean abandonment. That peace doesn't mean something's about to go wrong. Start small. When you notice that jittery feeling in the middle of a peaceful day, that urge to do, fix, or analyze, pause and breathe. Say to yourself, nothing's wrong. My body just isn't used to calm yet. You're retraining your nervous system, gently, patiently, to recognize safety not as silence before a storm, but as the absence of one. Psychologists call this nervous system resourcing. It's the slow process of expanding your window of tolerance for peace. The goal isn't to eliminate anxiety. It's to learn how to stay present with it, instead of letting it dictate your choices. Try this. Notice one small moment of calm today. A warm drink, quiet music, morning light. Don't rush it. Just name it. This is peace. I'm safe here. It sounds simple, but repetition rewires the body. Safety becomes muscle memory. And when discomfort shows up, as it will, treat it like an old alarm that doesn't know the danger has passed. You don't need to silence it forcefully. You just need to remind it, we survived. We're safe now. Have you ever realized how hard it is to trust ease? That's not weakness, it's conditioning. Your healing isn't learning to chase peace. It's learning to stay when peace finally arrives. One day, you'll wake up and realize the quiet doesn't scare you anymore. You'll sit with your coffee, feel the morning light, and instead of searching for something to fix, you'll notice your body isn't bracing. Your shoulders have dropped. Your breath moves freely. You're no longer waiting for the noise to return. That's what healing feels like. Not fireworks, not certainty, just absence. The absence of alarm. The absence of the constant hum of what if. Because calm isn't the opposite of chaos. It's what exists when the body finally trusts the world again. And trust is what trauma once took from you. But you're learning to rebuild it, one quiet moment at a time. The mind that once confused calm for danger is starting to realize peace doesn't have to be earned. You don't have to live in crisis to feel alive. You don't have to be on guard to be safe. So tell me, have you ever caught yourself sabotaging peace because it felt too still? What does calm feel like in your body, safety or fear? And what would it take for stillness to feel like home again? Write one word in the comments. The feeling you want to start trusting. Maybe it's ease. Maybe it's rest. Maybe it's enough. Before you go, share this quietly with someone who can't stop preparing for storms. The ones who've never known peace without pain. Because calm isn't emptiness. It's what's left when your heart finally believes the danger has passed.